Hello everyone. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at an article from CNN Business. It was published on April 16th, and it's written by our favorite scumbag, shit-eating, waste of space, Oliver Darcy. He doesn't like the fact that you have people at Fox, people online, talking about, we should start standing up to this because we're losing our freedoms. You have, elements within the deep state that are within our health services in this country saying that we need to be locked down 6 to 18 months because they figure, well, we'll destroy the economy. It'll get Trump out. You have people at CNN and MSNBC doing the same thing. You have Democrats calling for this, and people aren't buying into it. They're going, do as we tell you to do. And now people are like, you know what? Fuck you. Get bent. Go to hell. We're getting sick of this shit. You lied about the numbers, which they're far lower. Like they said, well, if everything was ideal, we'll have, 1 to 300,000 or 200,000. That was if everything was ideal. Now they're trying to reframe everything as, well, we said that, we didn't say that. What we said was this. And no, you didn't. You didn't say that it would be less than 100,000. You said that would be best case scenario. We don't have best case scenario. We're not even close. So, because they're being shown for fear mongering, they're being shown for trying to use this to control us. People are getting sick of it, and they're now standing up to it, plan protests, things like that. Well, Oliver Darcy didn't like that some people at Fox said, yeah, you need to start saying, hey, we're done with this shit. So basically, because he's taken down Alex Jones, he thinks he can take down Fox personalities when more people watch Fox than they do CNN. Yeah. When you're preaching to your little Spurg choir there, Darcy, it isn't going to work. Especially these days when you cut away from, on CNN, you cut away from the, press conferences regarding the Wu flu with Trump because he's winning and you don't like that he's winning and you don't want him to be able to say, hey, this is what's going on and show that you're full of shit because you want to be able to lie and not have him be able to respond to those lies. But yeah, anyway, let's see what Oliver Darcy has to say here, because this is actually kind of funny how triggered he is. They are desperate. They are freaking out right now because what we have going on is basically people are starting to revolt against the authority of the legacy media. I should say the authority of the deep state, the Democrats and the legacy media that they've, I don't want to say acquired because they kind of had it, but that they're being able to use because of the current pandemic. And because they're losing that control, they're not happy. Anyway, some right-wing media personalities are encouraging Americans to protest stay-at-home orders, arguing it's time to start to reopen the country, to reopen the economy. Well, it is, because see, you people that you're calling for this 6 to 18 month shit, you're all financially secure. Okay? You're gonna have money for food, even if steak goes to $50 or $100 a pound. Okay, you'd be able to afford that. All right, potatoes. It's not like you probably eat potatoes, Darcy. You look more like a soy type. But yeah. What if they're $40 a pound? You can afford that shit. The average American can't. And the longer the economy is shut down, the worse it's going to be for us. See, you're like, oh, we're doing this to protect you. But while you're trying to quote unquote protect us, which is not what you're trying to do, you're trying to destroy the middle class. You're trying to destroy Americans. You're trying to make them dependent on the government so that you can, because in your minds, if they're dependent on the government, they'll vote Democrat. That's not how it works. See, but you don't get that. Anyway, Fox News host Laura Ingraham on Wednesday tweeted approvingly of people in Michigan demonstrating against Governor Gretchen Whitmer's order. Time to get your freedom back, Ingraham declared. Soon Marylanders, Virginians, etc. will stand for their right to work, travel, assemble, socialize, and worship. Massive, long-lasting damage is piling up day after day as many experts continue to get the virus analysis wrong, Ingram wrote in another tweet, and she's dead on, balls accurate with that. They've got everything wrong. And this idea of, oh, well, standing up to Gretchen Whitmer, she's a psychotic, spurging, Trump deranged, Democrat dipshit. All right. When it came to using Z-Paks and malaria medication, hydroxychloroquine, the one they went, oh, it didn't work. She went, nope, and looked like a complete and total idiot because their narrative was bullshit with it. I mean, hell, they literally tried using with this to sell the narrative that it's not safe. A woman who, from all appearances, fed her husband fish tank cleaner to murder him. And then went, oh, we were Trump supporters. And then you go and you look at her social media history, and she was even more Trump deranged than these idiots on like MSNBC and CNN and hell, David Pakman, bald fuckface over at oh god, Hard Bastard calls him bald fuckface. Cousins. What the hell's his first name? Farron Cousins. Yeah. The Young Turks. I mean, she's more fucked in the head than all of them combined. And it appears that the treatment is working. There are studies that back that up. Yet she went, nope, not going to happen in my state, because she wanted to do anything she could to go against Trump. And her lockdown of Michigan is so authoritarian. It's not even funny. So it's more about it's more than just about getting the economy going in regards to Michigan and standing up to that dumb bitch. Anyway, Ingram wasn't the only Fox personality to express such a sentiment. Jeanine Pirro told, it's Judge Jeanine Pirro, you stupid shit. She served on the bench. She deserves the respect, Oliver. You fuckwit. Judge Jeanine Pirro told Sean Hannity Wednesday night that the health officials overblew what was going to happen in terms of the numbers of people who were going to die, and now they are telling people to stay home. No, she said. Pirro added later, the American spirit is too strong and Americans are not going to take it. And what happened in Lansing, Michigan today, God bless them, is going to happen all over the country. And she's right. People are going to get sick of this. See, they're trying to keep control. They're trying to lock things down. They're trying to screw over the American public because they want the economy to implode. They want the middle class to lose their savings. They want to be able to then try to turn around and say, well, that's all Trump's fault, when they're the ones that are calling for an 18-month friggin' lockdown. I'm sorry, 6 to 18 months, which their lockdown would be the cause of it. But they go, it's Trump, it's Trump. This is what they're trying to exploit the situation for political gain. And this idea that this is about the economy is a complete mischaracterization. Yes, the economy is a factor, but this has more to do with our freedom. This has more to do with our liberty. This has more to do with the Constitution and the fact that, those inalienable rights defined in it shall not be infringed by the federal government because they have no say or control over them because, as it's stated, all right, they are endowed on us by our Creator. Okay, at the point of creation, those rights are ours. But see, they don't understand or respect that because they're for murdering unborn babies and shit like that. So to them, we don't have certain freedoms that the government does not have the power over or gives to us. In their minds, the government is the end-all, be-all, and what it says goes. And that's why they want to control the government, because they believe that that's how things will go when they're in control. And they're now starting to see that it's backfiring because you've got these, ridiculous, stay-at-home orders that they want in places where they're not even having an issue right now with this in the country. Because they're like, oh, well, because this is happening in New York, over you there in the flyover states, you need to be, even though there's no real issue right now with the Wu flu, you need to be locked down as well for 6 to 18 months for their health and safety. Which makes absolutely no sense. But this is what these idiots are calling for across the country. And the fact that people are sick of it and standing up to it freaks them out. Fox also spent the day spotlighting the protests. It was the top story on foxnews.com for a fair amount of time, with the headline, "No to the nanny state," and it received airtime on shows where hosts appeared to somewhat agree with the protesters. Oh no, heaven forbid. People say, you know what? I like my freedom. I like my liberty. And I'm not going to give it up to you for the false sense of security and the false sense of protection from a disease. You don't like that. You people thought that you could play this and bend the wills of the people and get them to do what you want. It didn't exactly work out for you. Now you're trying to, keep that going and keep the control you have. Well, you're losing it. It's not going to happen, though. Outside Fox, others in right-wing media have also started speaking out. Oh my God, Oliver Darcy and his InfoWars. Yep, we get back into InfoWars. He's got to take down someone else associated with Alex Jones, it looks like. A prominent InfoWars host is organizing a Texas rally for later this week. Are we in martial law right now? The host asked Wednesday, because we're acting like it. Oh, that's Knight, I'm assuming. That's got to be Knight. What the hell's his first name? Not David Knight. Is it? No. Shit. But anyway, that's got to be Knight from InfoWars. Yeah. And he's right. We're not under martial law. And even if we were, I still believe the Constitution is supreme law of the land. The government has no right to infringe on those rights. Period. Anyway, you gotta love how he throws that in. It's funny. The far-right blog, Gateway Pundit, framed the protests as people protesting a tyrannical governor who had implemented police state policies, because she did, and she is a tyrannical governor, when she's denying people through executive order the choice of a treatment that could help them when this deal with the pandemic, being infected with the Wu flu. And says, no, you can't have that. That's being a fucking tyrant. Sorry, Oliver, but that is a tyrant. You are a piece of shit, man. Oliver Darcy is the biggest piece of shit. Well, no, there are bigger pieces, but when it comes to CNN, he's one of the bigger. And Candace Owens tweeted this week she was going to the grocery store every day, expressing outrage at the fact that she was asked to wear a mask. What the F is going on, Owens wondered. Yeah, because you know what? Literally, you're talking about wearing masks. You're forcing people to wear masks. All right, you're mandating it by state. You're treating this worse than what it is, and you're going, see, we're saving you. And you're not doing a goddamn thing for us. Look at the title here. We can't, the title of this section here. We can't be careless. I thought I'd ask Jason Miller, the former Trump comms advisor, what he thinks of right-wing media stars saying such things. Along with Steve Bannon and Raheem Kassam, Miller has co-hosts War Room Pandemic, a daily radio show that has covered the coronavirus for weeks. Now, this is the thing. This is a guy that aligns with what Darcy's trying to push here. So, of course, he's going to use this guy. Of course he is. Former Trump comms advisor. Of course he is. Miller said that he believes right-wing media personalities encouraging Americans to protest stay-at-home orders are on the outskirts of sensible voices on the topic. Miller added, "We all want the U.S. to reopen as soon as possible, and there's plenty of room for debate on how best to do that. But we can't be careless in how we go about doing it." Now, here's the thing. We've been listening to you. We've done what you've wanted for fucking weeks. Okay, when it comes to, you people dooming gloomers, we need to do this, just, it'll be this many deaths at this point, it'll be this many deaths at that point. We have not seen it happen. And because we're seeing this with our own eyes, we know you're full of shit, and we're now saying enough is enough, and you don't like that. Well, guess what? Get bent. We don't care at this point. You don't dictate to us. You are a piece of shit, Darcy. The social distancing culture wars. Oh my God. Fucking Darcy with his bullshit titles here. Late last month, The Atlantic's McKay Coppins forecasted the looming culture wars over social distancing. So I also pinged him on Wednesday to get his thoughts on all this. There are some legitimate ideological beliefs driving this, an aversion to government overreach being one of them, Coppins noted. But there's really no obvious reason public health measures during a pandemic should be a partisan issue. Oh, then tell Darcy that, because Darcy's made this partisan. Everyone at CNN's made this partisan. They literally make this fucking partisan. Oh, look at those Republicans. They want you to die for the economy. That's the shit they're fucking saying. I mean, come on now. When I first wrote about this last month, it was still a relatively niche phenomenon. I worry it may become more common in the weeks and months ahead. I do as well. Oh, no. So, because basically, you've got the people that they've scared the shit out of that are going to do all the extremes of social distancing, and then you have the people that are of reasonable mind, that are of sound mind, reasonable intelligence, got a clue, at least on the note of when they're being bullshitted. They've been looking at, they've got nothing else to do but sit at home, watch the news, and see what's going on, and they're seeing the fear-mongering, and they're like, well, you know what? Let me see what Fox is saying. And they start watching Fox, especially like, say, with the Trump, briefings on the Wu flu. So they watch on Fox or ABC or another network other than CNN or MSNBC, Trump's briefings, and they see that they're getting told one thing from him and the actual fucking experts that are there, than what they're getting told from Darcy's buddies and Mad Cow's buddies, and Mad Cow herself, obviously, and Darcy. And they're like, whoa, this is some fucking horse shit. You people are fucking deranged. You people are trying to fucking scare me out of my mind so that I'll be compliant and bend the fuck over. No, enough is enough. We're not having the deaths that we have. If you were right on that, I'd be listening to you, but you weren't. Screw you. And they don't like that that's going on. But anyway, I've covered this well enough. I'm just going to leave things here. If you liked this video, depending on where you are watching it, please give it an upvote or thumbs up. If you want to know when new content of mine hits the internet, don't forget to subscribe to one or more of my social media or video accounts listed here. Also, with YouTube, don't forget to ring that bell. You can find all of my video content on both BitChute and YouTube. This may not be the case with other places I upload to, but I will try to minimize this happening. You are always welcome to interact with me at any of these sites on the list, so feel free to do so. If you have anything you want me to cover in a video, when it comes to news or current events, send it right along to me. I will try to do my best to cover it. As always, thank you for watching.